I remember when I was talking to you before coming here, right? Saying, hey, Sharmila, can we play a song together? And say, sure, take a look at this piece. And then I was listening to it, say, can you send me the like notation or something? Say, yeah, but you wouldn't understand.
Yes.
I say, how come? I know it's different, but how different, right? Hello everyone, welcome to New Music Paths. Today I'm in Edmonton and I'm so excited to be here with Sharmila Mathur. She's a great sitar player, educator and composer. Hello Sharmila.
Hi Dennis.
Thank you so much for being here with me.
Thanks for inviting me. It was a pleasure playing with you.
Oh, I can say the same. Well, I had the pleasure of playing some of your compositions today. I've been learning so much about Indian music, and I'm looking forward to learn more about your journey and your music.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, the sitar is such a beautiful instrument. Did you start playing sitar?
I was fascinated by sitar when I was really young, and I used to go to these hobby classes we have in India, and every time I would go there and ask my teacher to teach me sitar, and she would say, you are too young to start, your hands are too small. So before I could reach to start the sitar, I learned tabla, then I learned slide guitar, I learned harmonium. And then finally, I was of a size where they said you can now start with a smaller sitar.
How many years?
I must be 8-9 years
You
old.
had to wait all that?
Yeah. So started learning from there. And after that, there was no stopping. So I kept learning and did my undergrad in sitar. And then I went to my guru, Pandit Vishwa Mohan Bhatt. So he's a slide guitarist. So he has turned the guitar, all the stringing and everything he's done according to the sitar, and he calls it Mohan Veena, which is named after his family name.
How did that shape your career? Like,
oh, like anything. The many years learning is one side, and some months learning from much more than that. So the way he taught me the compositions he plays, and he taught me his compositions, those were amazing. Those were amazing.
Oh, that's so great. And his guru is Ravi Shankar, right?
Pandit Ravi Shankar, yes. So he has learned from there. Actually, Pandit Ravi Shankar was one of the first musicians who toured, who came to US and who went around the world. And he was the first one to spread the knowledge of Indian music, to introduce Indian music to the world. So through him, people started knowing what sitar is, what Indian music is. And then we all know he did some work with Beatles.
I remember when I was talking to you before coming here, right? Saying, hey Sharmila, can we play a song together? And say, sure, take a look at this piece. And then I was listening to it, say, can you send me the like notation or something? Say, yeah, but you wouldn't understand.
Yes.
I say, how come? I know it's different, but how different, right? And then I started like transcribing, right? And you said it's better if you transcribe maybe to Western notation.
Yeah.
And there are like some changes of meter, and it's pretty fascinating. And then I did a score for myself, and I learned a lot by doing that. What are the major differences that you see like from the two cultures?
The notation system is totally different. We don't write on staff notation. And so our notation system, I always feel is much simpler than the staff notes. So that's different. Music, if we talk about music, when people listen to Indian music, they always say it's so relaxing, meditative, and things like that. And there is a reason behind that. So when we do any rag, so for you, like in Western music, you have so many scales. We have just one scale. Equivalent to your C major scale. But all other your scales are rags for us. So in those rags, we just don't have scales. Other than scales, there are important phrases which we play. There are important notes in each rag, which we call Wadi and Samvadi notes. And that creates a mood in the rag. So when that mood is created, a rag can become romantic, a rag can become relaxing. So we have 9 moods in Indian fine arts, and through rags, different moods are created.
So a rag would be a mode, like a
mode,
a collection of notes.
Yeah.
And then also the way you play it, right? You were mentioning.
Yeah. So the way you approach each note. So people also talk about microtones for Indian music. So same note can be softer in one rag or little harsh in other rag. So we have microtones which adjust to the mood of the rag exactly.
Could you show that in the sitar?
Yeah, sure. So these frets on sitar, we can move them, unlike guitar or any other instrument.
That's so cool.
So if this is Sa, and this fret can be down here, and this would be our Re. But if a rag has a Re flat, then we would move it up, and one rag can have it here. Now,
and that's a rag.
That's a rag. It's called Bhairav.
Oh,
rag
okay.
Bhairav. If I want softer in another rag, softer Re, I would push it up, and I can adjust the placement of the note. So it would go. So the placement of notes is possible because they're all movable.
And that's how you play with the microtones.
Exactly. So you move them and you place them according to the rag.
So just wondering, we played a piece together, one of your compositions. I think, what is that mode called? No, sorry. How's that one called that we played?
Was it Yemen you're talking about? I'm just trying to... No.
Yeah.
So that's Rag Yaman, a very popular rag.
So you said they're all attached to an emotion, right?
Yeah.
What
so
is
Rag Yaman is a romantic rag.
Oh.
And it's an evening rag. So it's...
So it's a romantic rag, and you would play at evening.
It's in the evening. It's an evening rag. It's a romantic rag. So there are ghazals in it, which are romantic form of singing. There are also bhajans. So that romanticism can be for a human being, for a beloved, or it can be for God.
Oh, okay.
So if you create a more spiritual song and compose it in Yaman, it can be very beautifully romantic to connect with the God. So all kind of romanticism,
Wow.
basically. Yeah.
So wow, each raga, and there are like many ragas.
There are many ragas, hundreds of ragas, and creating these moods.
Now another component too that I learned from you is the tabla, right? And what is the tabla?
So any composition we're doing in the rag, we have a variety of tals which are played on tabla. And so a tal can be concise of 7 beats or 12 beats or 14 beats or 16 beats, 6 beats, 8 beats. And yeah, so most fascinating for Westerners, I think, is the 7 beat because it's an odd number and they don't find it there. So in those beats, the compositions are done and then played with it. Basically, tabla plays those beats in a loop.
Okay, and so you would choose a raga, which is a mode, right? A group of notes, and then which has a specific emotion and mood, and then you would choose a tempo and a tal to go with that.
Exactly.
And that can variate.
That can variate. You can choose the one you feel like. Yeah.
That's really
And when
fascinating.
sitar is played, we start with the very slow alap in the beginning where the tabla doesn't start. And after playing alap, jod alap, after playing all those, then tabla starts and we play slow composition, fast composition. And the last part is called jhala, which is a faster way of playing to end up the performance.
So no, that's fascinating, Sharmila. It's fascinating. I'm learning so much.
But you did a good job playing together with me. We met for the first time today and you could play so well with Indian music. That was amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you because I've never played Indian music before. And it's definitely taking like, you know, my ears to a different level because I have to listen to every, you know, nuances.